Hello there, my fellow space travelers. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving in some of the more confusing or challenging milestones of the 14th expedition of No Man's Sky, Liquidators. I'll quickly go over the two ways you can start the expedition and why you might choose one over the other, and then we'll tackle those tricky milestones. So there are two ways to start the expedition. Each has its own benefits. You can either start a fresh save. Now, starting a fresh save is from the starting menu. You select New Game, and then you start straight away from there the expedition. Now, starting fresh will ensure you that you don't bug out your existing saves, especially since the No Man's Sky updates are very buggy at the start, so it might be smart to just start a fresh save. Issues normally get resolved within a week or so, and then it feels more and more safe to start an existing save expedition. Now, many players also use the expedition to start a new save. If they, for example, want to start a normal save, they just jump into an expedition, and that gives them a head start when they're finished with unlocking blueprints, glyphs, and other resources. Now, if you use an existing save, that allows you to transfer over your items, resources, technology, multi-tool, ships, and that gives you a big head start in completing the expedition more efficiently. When an expedition has rewards like ships, creatures, or multi-tools, you can then transfer these rewards directly back to your existing save after you finish the expedition. You can also keep claiming many rewards, for example, dismantling ships for parts. For example, in the 13th expedition, the Iron Vulture, which was the hauler reward, could be repeatedly claimed and then dismantled for parts to construct your personalized vulture. Now, I do like to start a little bit different, and it is kind of a combination between both of these options. And this is just by starting a creative save that allows you to craft and build all the items and technology for free without needing any resources. Now, you will have to do a little bit of a playthrough if you're using this approach, because you do need to reach the anomaly before you can start the expedition. This means you will have to leave the planet, warp to a new system, talk with Artemis and find their ship, and then after that, Nada will call you, call in the anomaly, and that is where you can start the expedition. This takes maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes to start, depending on how new you are. Once you are in the anomaly, now you can start crafting all your items, make technology, and it all will be free without resources. This approach will protect your existing saves and also allow you to prepare for an efficient expedition run. Take into account that you won't have access to these yet until you reach the anomaly in your expedition run as well. This will again only unlock after the first warp. Once you warp in, you can call in your anomaly and then go to the terminal and claim all of the items you have stored, including if you have a multi-tool or a ship at the end of that save, you can also claim it and unlock it for this playthrough. Now, to copy over a multi-tool or a ship, you will need to use nanites, so you might have to save up on some before you claim it from the terminal. Alright, let us jump into the milestones that should be covered today. First up, we have the milestone for eliminating Sentinels, 32 of them. Now, you can combine this with killing the corrupt Sentinels and also eliminating 50 hostiles in the Minotaur. But the Minotaur only becomes available after completing the third drop zone. Included in that reward will not only be the Minotaur, but also a powerful cannon with upgrades and the mining beam. The best place to combine these three milestones is to travel to a dissonant system. Now, luckily, the system where Drop Zone 4 can be found is a dissonant system. So simply look for the dissonant planet, land on it, and start killing corrupted Sentinels. The advantage of corrupted Sentinel planets is that the waves can keep on coming. You cannot disable those, so you can keep killing until you have your 32. If you look now at my milestones, you will see that I have unlocked both milestones for the corrupted Sentinels. I have unlocked the regular Sentinels, and we managed to also kill 35 hostiles with our Minotaur. The next milestone we want to take some time in covering is Crush Vile Grub. Vile Grubs are always found on the Vile Brute planets. Now, the advantage is that this expedition, all of the planets are Vile Brute planets, so you should be able to find at least one of them. If you look through your Analyze visor, you should see red markers on your HUD. The icon should look like a little bit like a nightmare prawn. Once you go close, you will find grubs on the floor. Just pick them up and they will go automatically in your inventory. Take into account that if you crush the grub, it will activate another one of those brute mothers. So what I would do is just go near your ship, crush the grub, jump in your ship, and just fly away. You do not need to fight the brute mother to unlock this milestone. Another milestone that some of my viewers didn't understand completely what it meant was harvesting 900 resources in one burst. And yeah, the wording is a little bit confusing. While the description says in one burst, which sounds like an explosion, it actually means mining 900 resources in one continuous go without letting the mining beam go. Now, you can do this with your mining beam, your hand miner, if you have installed the optical drill and the advanced mining laser, and then go for a resource-rich area where you can find, for example, cobalt in caves or small carbon plants on the starter planet. Make sure that your mining beam is completely charged and keep the beam steady. I have to say, this doesn't work 100%. We might have to try it several times. What I found the best way was using your Minotaur miner. The Minotaur mining beam is more efficient as it lasts longer and it doesn't overheat. So find a dense resource patch with trees and ferrite dust and whatever and start mining continuously until you hit the 900 mark. Remember, the key is to maintain a mining action without stopping until you have 900 resources. For the milestone Luring Deep Sea Monstrosities, Hello Games is trying to make you find alluring specimens that will trigger an attack of an underwater abyssal horror. Now, you do not need to do this. For the moment, this still works, is just mine resources underwater until these abyssal jellyfish appear, the glowing white ones. If you shoot 3 of them, that will complete the milestone. Now, just in case Hello Games fixes this, you will have to go underwater and find the alluring specimens which are marked with red icons. Once you start pulling these lights, it will trigger an attack and you just have to kill the fish. You need to kill 3 of these fishes in total. But as I said, the jellyfish will be much easier. The next milestone, destroying 4 walkers, is not that hard to understand. But here is a tip on how to do it quick and efficiently. You can speed up destroying 4 walkers by doing this on an aggressive Sentinel planet. You can also call in your Minotaur to aid you in the battle. The Minotaur has quite some firepower and protection. You can either use him as your assistant, fighting alongside you, or you can sit into your Minotaur and fight with it. So like I said, the Minotaur has quite some firepower, so if you're using it as your vehicle, you will make quick work of all those Sentinels. The advantage of an aggressive Sentinel planet is that if you pick up one of the Gravitinopoles, you immediately trigger the Sentinels to level 3. That means you're very quickly to the level where the Walker will drop. After killing the Walker, the Sentinels will be deactivated. So just jump in your ship, save and reload the game, and the world will be reset to do it again. You can do this 3 or 4 times until you have killed all your walkers. By the way, if you're using the Minotaur as your vehicle, you can shoot at the canisters the Sentinels drop to repair much of your technology during the battle. Now, we seem to have some issues with the recording a Apex Predator above 12 PAV. It seems to be buggy. On my stream last Thursday, I was able to do the starter planets and find the eel underwater to trigger that milestone, but when I did it a second time in another save, that didn't work. So I would say test it out. If it doesn't work, just reload the game before the scanning of the animal and see if there's any fix coming later during the week. Now, another thing I want to talk about, this might be important, is that some people having issues with claiming some of the milestones and it says inventory full. Most of the time, I've noticed that is happening due to the fact that they're trying to upgrade their multi-tool. If you claim the multi-tool in the anomaly or you upgrade your multi-tool already to S-Class, the milestones that actually upgrade your multi-tool can no longer do that, so they say inventory full. So if you have that issue, just switch to a lower tier multi-tool or the old one and upgrade it like that and then switch back to your new multi-tool. Now finally, there's also an optional milestone. These are community tasks. You have to kill like 50 brute horrors or sentinels. Now some say you have to do this on the rendezvous planet itself for each milestone, but I cannot confirm this. I have not tested it that much in depth, so we'll have to see. Completing that milestone, that optional milestone, if you kill 50 brute or horrors or sentinels, that will not unlock the rewards immediately, but it will contribute to the community progress bar. Now, once the phase is complete, once everybody has done their part, you can then claim the reward as it unlocks. And that's all for today's guide. I thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Please give it a like if you did, and I will see you next time. Happy exploring, good luck with the expedition, and I'll see you in the next video.